I have a very special video for you right now. You may have noticed that I'm in a boat on the water, but not just any boat. This may be a game changer, and I'll explain to you why as we go for a wakeboard run and a boat ride. It's not about a car or a truck, it's about a new boat. Specifically a water sports boat, or Arc Sport. It's a new company with a new boat, and I have here on the boat with me Mitch. Hey dude.
Hey, great to have you aboard.
You are the CEO, correct?
That's right, co-founder and CEO.
Sweet. Thanks for having us out here. We're near, what is this, Marine Stadium near Long Beach?
That's right, we're in Long Beach.
And this is your introduction basically. You're showing for the very first time your Arc Sport.
That's right. So this is a 24-foot wake sport boat that we are introducing to the market for the very first time now. We'll be starting customer deliveries later this year.
And behind us is Arc One.
That's right.
That's your first boat you've built.
So when we first started the company, the model that we introduced was the Arc One. It was a limited run of boats, and we took the learnings from manufacturing that boat and put them all into the Arc Sport to deliver the best wake sport boat in the market. And
did we mention that it's all electric? Did we say that?
I don't think we did. This is all electric.
It just happens to be electric, right?
Yes, it is. Our goal was to deliver a better wake sport boat. And in order to do that, we made it electric because you get a quieter boat that is free from fumes, that's easier to maintain, that's much cheaper to operate, that's a lot more fun to drive.
And torquey.
And torquey.
Yeah.
One of the benefits of being an electric boat is that we freed up a lot of space that is typically dedicated to an engine. We've put some of that space back into the bow. On a lot of boats, this is a cramped seating area. On this boat, it fits multiple adults comfortably, which is pretty unique for the industry.
I'm used to being this walkway being centered on the boat.
That's right.
I don't know why. There was like a tradition or something.
Yeah.
But you didn't do that. You kind of offset this area a little bit.
Yeah. It's pretty standard in the industry to have a center walkthrough. We actually offset ours, and that is to make space for a large modern touchscreen display, and actually two of them. So your helm up here is significantly more spacious than your typical boat. One of the important things that we're doing is we are modernizing the experience of being on a wake sport boat, and we're doing that with software. It's important that we had a vehicle to, show that software. This is really an entertainment screen for people. So we have a team of in-house software engineers that are pushing updates over the air to this software stack that improves not just the touchscreen experience, but every aspect of this, from the throttle response to the cruise control to the ballast system. So you've got your navigation, and you've got camera view here, ballast system, and then ultimately settings, and that includes tower control. 15 adults comfortably sitting in here is the design goal that we had, and we think we definitely hit that. You've got storage underneath these seats and plenty of cup holders, and then you move back to the transom area. This is a pretty large storage volume for everything from your wakeboards and your surfboards to water skis or life jackets, anything else you want to throw in here. And then you get onto the back of the boat and you have a bench to put on your wakeboard or your ski and then hop into the water from there. The whole design is as much an art as it is a science. You're trading off things like the comfort of the ride with the efficiency of it. We have a specific set of design criteria that we're trying to meet, which is an efficient, comfortable ride, because we're an electric boat and we care more about efficiency than your average gas boat. Gas wake sport boats get on the order of 1 to 2 miles per gallon.
I've been there before.
So they're expensive to operate, but they also consume a lot of power, and so we care a lot about the power draw, not just for when you're at high speed, but also how much power are you drawing when you are surfing behind the boat or wakeboarding behind the boat.
And where's the motor and the battery? Can you kind of point around?
I am basically sitting on top of the battery. It's kind of nested underneath this area right here.
So kind of like between the seat and...
Exactly.
Here? Okay.
It's a 226 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is massive. If you're talking your average electric sedan, you're looking at it's
maybe
almost
under 100 or 100,
definitely under 100 for most of those sedans. So 3 times larger than that. And it's a single battery pack configuration operating at 800 volts. And then the motor is actually up here in a direct drive configuration. So the motor sits right under here, and it's coupled to a propeller shaft, which runs under and out through the hole, and then has a propeller that pushes water into a rudder for steering. Pretty standard setup in terms of the propulsion, but the motor being direct drive is pretty unique. And having it all packaged under the floor is a very unique aspect of this.
Well, yeah, well, because normally if you had a traditional boat like this, it would be a V-drive, right?
That's right.
Which means the engine is in the rear, then the prop shaft or the shaft goes forward, and then kind of turns around and goes backwards.
That's right. Yeah. Another hero feature on this boat is actually the tower that I'm standing under right now. A lot of towers, I believe probably on your boat as well, kind of
either fold away or else,
they get in your way is what they really do.
Yeah.
And what we've done with this tower is it's hard top. Most of these are soft top, but it's a hard top tower, which is helpful for being able to pull wakeboarders or water skiers from this tow point up here. Also comes with a camera right here.
Yeah.
And then this entire thing actuates into the hole using these tower arms right here.
Okay.
And so it can actually close out the cabin, which we'll be able to show you in.
So it kind of goes down to the glass.
Exactly.
Here, kind of.
Exactly.
Okay. About 500 horsepower, right?
Yes.
So that's kind of comparable power.
It is
to some
at
other,
the top end of
the top end
market.
of that power. Yeah. Now, people are probably wondering about how do I charge this thing, right?
Yeah.
What happens?
People have come to associate charging an electric car with maybe sometimes a pain point.
Yes.
With boats, it actually makes the experience so much better. Because instead of having to drive to a marina and pay $10 a gallon for gas or lug gas cans down to a dock, there was already power here. We plug the boat in, we wake up in the morning, and it is ready to go. It's as simple as plugging in to charge the boat
and then unplugging
it.
Because people sometimes get nervous about when you talk about electricity and water.
Yeah.
But all these boats, I mean, that boat is plugged in.
You can see plugged in, yeah.
And they've been plugged in for decades.
Yeah, cars go through the rain and they go through car washes and they sit out on the street when it's hailing. And so they've already been designed for this use case. And one of the things we're doing is leveraging the advances from the automotive industry to make this possible. So we use the same techniques that automotive does to keep our battery packs completely watertight. And then we take that a step further, obviously, given the use case. And again, it's not a new problem, as you see with the boats over there.
I didn't hear a shutter. I didn't hear like a motor start up. We're on our way.
Yes.
Okay.
This is one of the beautiful parts about this boat is that it is quiet and that what you hear is wind, water, no engine noise.
Now I'm hearing the water just splashing a little bit, right?
It's enjoyable. Right?
Yes, it is.
The goal with boating is to get out there and have fun and to enjoy the water, and the fact that we have done so much to make sure that this is a quiet experience helps you do that. One of the things that makes this boat special is it has a closed loop cooling system on it, which means we're currently in saltwater right now. You normally do not want to take gas boats in saltwater because what they do to cool off their powertrain is they ingest water.
Yeah, like my boat would be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pump it through a heat exchanger, pump it back out. Well, now you've got a bunch of salt water in there. Winterizing becomes a whole thing. This is a closed loop cooling system, which means we are not ingesting that raw water to cool off the powertrain. We're using, you know, something that doesn't freeze.
Well, because you do have to cool down the or monitor the temperature of the battery,
correct,
right? And does the motor have a little bit of cooling as well?
Yes,
or?
So the entire powertrain has,
okay.
Well, the motor is actually the bigger concentration point from a cooling perspective.
Okay.
Because it's drawing such high power for so long. The battery pack is actually so large that it handles the thermal aspect of what we're doing quite well.
And what about storage? Like, for example, for my use case, I don't have a lot of land at my home, so I store somewhere else, you know, at a storage facility.
You leave it there for the entire off season, or whenever you want it, you pull it back out, you hit the touchscreen, and you are good to go. There's almost nothing that you need to do to get it ready for the off season or pull it back out.
Whoa! Bam.
Yeah.
It's fast.
Yeah.
I mean, right away.
And we're still holding a conversation.
Yeah, we are still talking, aren't we?
40 miles an hour.
So right now we're going a little faster and we're not throwing a lot of wave because of our speed, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
The way that torque comes in is definitely pretty instant.
Yes.
It's like an electric car. I mean, that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, it's thrilling. We also put a lot of design energy into making sure that you feel that thrill when you first punch it.
All right, Grant jumped in the water. He's gonna show us some skills. And we set the cruise control speed at 12.
So we've designed this to throw a wake that is a lot of fun for somebody that's quite good at surfing like Grant is.
Yeah.
But is also approachable for, you know, a more amateur wake surfer, a family that's getting out there for the first time.
And obviously for people who may not be aware, the wave is not symmetrical right now on purpose.
On purpose.
Right? Because he wants some clean water to that side where he's at.
Yeah, you want to kind of get that curl that you see here, a lot like an ocean wave to surf on. Oh, down he goes.
There he goes. I'm dressing up so I can go try a wakeboard. I'm not super confident surfer, but I've wakeboarded before, so I'm dressing up, but I've got my winter weight on still. This is like summer, dude.
Summer in Denver.
Okay, hit it.
Not bad.
That was nice and easy, thank you. Well, I'm out of practice. Last time I skied was October 1st.
You look great.
Thanks.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
So I've skied behind many boats or wakeboarded. And sometimes, first of all, when you're inside the V, sometimes you get chopped, right? The prop wash, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that much here. I'm sorry, I'm not a jumper. You know, I could have started launching and...
You'll get there.
Yeah, I'm still learning. So I wasn't sure if I was going straight or not, but they have this rudder indicator. So if it's pointing to the right or pointing to the left, that's pretty amazing. It's important in boat like this, especially with wind. If you're sitting still and the wind is pushing you around. So I've been driving boats for about 20 years. And I gotta tell you, this experience is a little bit, the speed is interesting. Because I don't feel the speed as much in this boat. Like, sorry, a little bit of chop. Like right now, I'm going 30. And first of all, I can talk to you. And second of all, it doesn't feel like 30, it feels like I'm going a little bit slower. I think it's because I'm used to like a roar of a V8 engine, but this feels really easy. I want to go like 80 miles an hour right now. It feels really easy. This is all awesome, right?
Yeah.
We're enjoying our day. But probably people are typing in and saying, how much is this? This is ridiculously expensive, right?
Yeah.
So how much is the starting price?
This boat starts at $258,000. As with a lot of electric vehicle companies, the first ones rolling off the line will be at a premium to that. We're calling those our Founders Fleet boats. Those retail for right around $320,000.
Okay.
That comes included with everything. Your trailer, your boat cover, all of the bells and whistles on this boat. And so it's the off-the-line price that you're paying.
People are probably saying, that's a huge amount of money for a sport boat.
Yeah.
But it's actually, I've done my research. I usually go to at least one boat show every year.
Yeah.
Usually Denver one, which is a little small. But still, if you talk about premium sport boats, I don't know, we can name many companies, right? But they range from like 220 for similar size, all the way to like 450, sometimes more depending on features and options.
That's right.
So that's kind of the premium space we're talking about here.
Yeah. Again, our goal with this was to be directly cost competitive with the existing boats on the market.
But I'm surprised by
for this feature set. Yeah.
Because I was expecting like double the price or something like that.
Yeah.
That's very surprising. So just sitting in this boat, I can immediately tell that it's a unique design. Of course, you probably have seen, you know, dozens of different designs, dozens of different boats, but I can tell this area here is a little bit deeper than I'm used to, especially in the front. The glass is taller than I'm used to. I mean, normally on my boat, I think the windshield goes to about here. And then of course you can like raise and lower the seat a little bit for the driver and adjust the steering wheel. But I can tell, you know, they put a lot of thought into how this boat functions, you know, what features you need, what features you maybe don't need, kind of adjusting the center walk-through that's a little bit offset to the side. And then also thinking about different storage areas, right? Underneath the center area, underneath the seats, in the transom, in the bow, etc. So yeah, I think it's a fresh look and I really like the functionality of this boat. So we got here, it was almost 11 o'clock, maybe just before 11, and it's almost 1. So about 2 hours, and we started about 94%, and we did some boating. You know, we did a few pulls, high-speed runs, some surfing, some boarding, and we used about 15% battery. So this battery is massive enough, in my opinion, where you can actually get some boating done and still have energy, which is a really nice thing to see. Well, there you go, a first drive. Is that what you call boating drive? First drive of the Arc Sport. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, let me know what you think about this. Yes, it's a luxury thing, but I think other manufacturers need to take notice of this boat, especially at the price point this boat is coming in at. Really competitive against other premium boats in this segment. Wow, I'm pretty impressed. Of course, I want to spend more time with it in a place like Colorado. But until next time, check out oldtfl.com for everything automotive in one place.